Please let me know if I'm audible, and I would request everyone to correct. Thank you, Dr. Rashmi. I would request you guys, if you are in a quiet space, to unmute yourselves and switch on your videos, and we can start with our testimonials. Any one of you can start before I start asking one of you to just speak anything that you have regarding the course. Dr. Harsha, you had a good feedback that the moment you came out of the exam center, you texted me, sir, I had a very good experience about the course. So just share a few words about it. It would help the other students as well, the ones who are sitting for the September diet and other ones who are gonna join later on as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Uh, I'd just like to say that when I had decided that I want to give the MRCS exam, it was right then that this course was started. So the plus point, the best thing for me was that I did not know how to go about the entire course. I had no idea how I would map such a wide syllabus and cover it because the time was like I only had 13 weeks when I had decided that I have to do it. I almost filled my exam at the last possible time on that. Like the deadline was around 20th, so I filled it on the 20th. So the best thing about this course was that it had everything in one place. I didn't have to keep going from one app to the other. And there were questions there along with the teaching. And that everything was recorded. So it was really important being working.
Uh, Lost connection. Dr. Rashmi, why don't you start till she rejoins with us? Dr. Satvik is on emergency call. He just texted me. Okay, she's back. Dr. Harsha. Dr. Harsha, we lost you in the middle. You may restart. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. That it was the best thing was that everything was there in one place and it was pre recorded and there were questions alongside it. So, yes, that was the best thing according to me.
So what about the questions? Like when you sat in the exam, what percentage of questions were from the course itself or from the questions that I gave? How comfortable with you were you during the exam?
Um, I am really poor with statistics, but I think I could cover most of the questions from the course or related material. Everything, of course, not everything can come directly line by line, but yes, you could make correlations with everything that was already taught. And I think I could, I think it was easy to cover 70% of the questions, maybe from the course, and another 10-15% if you could just make those correlation. 10 to 15% questions were, well, nobody knows them. So
Correct, sir. Correct. And any improvement you would like the course should incorporate, which you feel was lacking, that you think should be incorporated so that, like Dr. Rashmi just texted on the group that she'll be sitting for the next September diet. And so any word of advice, anything that you have for her or for other students?
I think for people who are going to sit for the September one, it is very important to not distract yourself and try to limit your sources wherever you are reading it from. I think I don't know. I've not explored any other resource. This was the only thing that I did. These were the only questions that I read. I did not have the time, so I just like to tell them to stick to one thing. Preferably, that one thing should be authentic. Like I knew whatever I'm reading is correct, so this helped. And for the course, I think we had a few questions, one or two questions from biochemistry. We didn't touch much on that, so I think biochemistry, a little part of a TCA cycle, a little bit of glycolysis can be added. Otherwise, I think everything. I think we touched everything except for the questions that nobody can predict.
Right. Okay, that's good. Feel And Dr. Rashmi, yes, I remember you telling me that you'll be sitting for September diet, but still, if you have been going through with the course, anything that you want us to add in the course, any point that you have to make, you can be free about it. So because this testimonial video, it's going to be compiled. Most of the other students, they're still on emergencies duty, so they couldn't join the call. So they'll be recording their video, they'll be sending it, and we'll incorporate it together, and we're going to apply this course to be accredited with the Royal College, so that it becomes authentic one. And the all the other courses that are present in the market which are misguiding all the students, that will be ended. So your testimonial is very important, and once the results are out, we'll do another call for the success story. And so any kind of feedback would be very, very motivating for us. Like Dr. Harsha, the moment she came out from the exam, I saw her text that she said that I've just walked out of the exam, and I feel very confident, and I feel very happy about it. So these kind of testimonials really, boost our confidence, and they they keep us motivated to, keep continuing with the course. So any words you have, Dr. Rashmi, for us? And I would I also request this other gentleman who came for a while and then disappeared, if they could unmute themselves. So this would help all the other future students to uh, prepare for the next parts of the exam. And also, now we have Dr. Tanushri with us. Dr. Tanushri was constantly connected with me on the phone, and she would send me screenshots of the questions she would get stuck upon, and then we would have hours of conversations about the questions and how to tackle them. Dr. Tanushri, would you mind unmuting yourself and switching on your video? Say a few words about the course, about how you felt, what was it like on the exam day?
Hello, sir. Am
Yeah,
I
hi.
audible?
Yes, you're audible. Tanushri, could you switch on your video?
Yeah.
Dr. Tanushri is third year general surgery PG at Gangaram Hospital. Very
Yeah.
bright student. Yes, Dr. Tanushri.
Hello, sir.
Right.
I would say that Shagun sir has been pretty accessible, and he has a very uh, he has knowledge in depth about this exam and the pattern and everything, and the kind of questions they ask. Also, the kind of tricky questions when the answers one app will say it's something, some other group will say it's something else. So I used to approach Shagun sir for all of these questions. And I would say, because he's so confident in the answers and everything, so it's very easy for you. You get a lot of clarity of your mind. And in exams also, many topics that he told कि ये यहाँ से आएगा, ये यहाँ से आएगा. So these questions, uh, the questions in the exam had come from those topics. So I would say that for MRCS Part B also, he's going to be my primary source.
Yeah.
And
We're
yeah,
trying to
waiting for
start
the
a
result.
video course for part B as well. That is going to take some time, but yes, obviously I'm always available to help you anyway. Your RPG only. Also, anything about the exam day, like what was it like when you entered the exam hall? I had shared all those videos and PDFs about what to expect on the exam day. Did they help you? Were you like less nervous? Were you confident? Anything that went out of the plan, and what did you do if it did go out of the plan? Anything?
Um, I would say that the PDF really helped because this particular kind of exam is very new, and it's not an Indian exam, so you really don't know what to expect. The PDF, they have helped. I constantly kept calling you or messaging you about what time to reach and what if the net stops and all of that. So all of that information really helped. I would say that things were pretty much under control during the exam day. I reached before time, the time almost like 1 hour before the starting of the paper. And the after the first paper, I thought that we'll be given particular like 1 hour break, and then you can start your second paper. But then at my center, it was pretty flexible. So even after 10 minutes, people have started giving their second paper. So it all depends on, I mean, at my center particularly, it depends on how ready you are for the second paper and when you want to get done with it and relax for your day. Other things are the paper one was easier for me. Paper two was slightly difficult because of again many questions had come where two answers I felt was correct and I had to choose between one of them. But then, yes, in that also many questions I had discussed with you one day prior. So those questions had come in the exam.
Okay.
So, yeah, so it was a good experience. I'm hoping for positive results in the
Yeah.
on the result day. But yeah.
So the things that I would always focus, like I would always focus on the things that you have to just understand what the question is trying to ask you. It is not trying to know what you do not know. It is MRCS is an exam which wants to know what you do know. So like, were you able to guess sorry, I'm sorry, were you able to identify what each question is asking you about? Because when such questions do come where you're confused in between two options, when you go back to your basics, what is the question is actually about. That is what helps in deciding and I hope you were able to do that. And
Yes, sir. That
yeah.
approach and that mindset that you told me, that ऐसे मत सोचो, ऐसे सोचो, that what they want to ask you, this is what direction that they want you to think in. So you think in that direction. So that really helped in solving these questions.
Yeah. And how was your experience as compared to NEET PG that you took few years ago, and this exam? Like, what was the difference that you felt?
I would say that this was obviously comparatively easier to NEET PG.
Hmm.
And in NEET PG, particularly, many questions I really had to learn by heart. But in MRCS, as such, the learning was less, and logic application and clinical application of anatomy, particularly, was a lot. So that way, it was a genuine knowledge tester and how nicely you can clinically apply your knowledge. So that was one major difference that I found between the two exams.
Right. And any word of advice to like your own junior, Dr. Satvik? He is on emergency duty right now. He texted me. He's creating those hearts right now. So any word of advice for all the future MRCS takers that you have, that like what
I
should be
would
the
say
approach to the yeah.
Yes, sir. So I would say that MRCS as such is an exam where the way of thinking, the main topics that they ask, that as such has not changed over the past years. So someone like you who has already given this exam and have has made proper notes of what is important, what are the main conceptual topics, learning from you would be a good thing because you need one source, that source where you get all your notes, where your concepts are clear, and which you can revise before the exam. The problem right now is because there are so many sources for MRCS, people actually end up not revising what they have studied, and that is why the retention during the exam is less. So, my piece of advice would be just stick to one source, videos, notes, discussions, everything, and then keep revising that before your exam.
Right. That's very well said. Dr. Satvik, I know you're texting on the group and you're very excited to. You can just, if you have like 5 minutes time from your busy duty, if you can just come on video and, say a few words. I know you're sitting for the September diet. However, you haven't booked your exam yet and you've just done half of my videos. And every time I bump into him and I would ask how many, कितने videos हो गए? हाँ भाई, क्या चल रहा है? He would say, नहीं sir, अभी कर रहा हूँ. So anything that you want to add, I know what feedback you have anyway for the course, but still for the other students' benefits, if you have 5 minutes from your emergency duty. And yeah, Satvik, nice
Hi,
to see
sir.
you. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Sir, your video is very helpful. Like, I gave my NEET PG recently, and my main source was BTR by Janam ma'am. That is also very crisp and uh, in according to मतलब उसके साथ combine करके सर बहुत काफी helpful है ये. And your course is somewhat similar to that you have very less topics in a concise manner and it helps. Although I don't have much idea, I started thinking about MRCs very recently, but I am very hopeful that it will help me a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to stick to this only. No any other
So,
source.
Dr. Satvik, I must advise you. So, Dr. Rashmi is also with us right now live on the chat. So, she is also sitting for the September diet. So, I would encourage you guys to be in touch with each other And you especially, Dr. Satvik, just book your exam since you haven't done that yet. The booking is open for another month, but you need some buffer because you need to email them your basic medical degree as well. And they have increased their prices also. Now GST is also added in the payment. So I would I would advise you to get your things sorted because you're our 6 month course student, and so that it aligns with the exam, the course subscription as well as the exam, they align with each other. I
Yes,
would
sir.
suggest you sit for it, and you and Dr. Rashmi should connect with each other, discuss your questions, you discuss the doubts with me, and just start preparing. We're starting our next cycle on 8th of June. So this time, so you have all the recorded lectures on the app. This time we'll do live classes with the T&D questions. So I
Yes,
would
sir.
give you the test questions and I would leave it to you. Just do them on your pace. But this time we're going to upload the test 1 week before. And then on the next Sunday, we'll have a test and discussion format where I'll be discussing each and every question. I will tell you what was it that you needed to, like I did on the revision class. I took those 10 questions, 20 questions that I chose from the mock test that I felt were important for the exam. This time, I'm going to do that with all the questions that I was giving at the end of the week, which I'll be giving now at the starting of the week. And that's how we're going to approach for the next 12 weeks till your exam comes. So, yeah, just
Yes.
book your exam as soon as possible. So 5 more minutes if Dr.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Rashmi
doctor.
and thank you, Dr. Satvik, and the other gentleman, I don't know your name. If you could just 5 more minutes and then we end this call. If you have anything to say, if you're feeling shy in front of everyone, you can record a video separately. And once again, let me reinforce, I'm going to send out the feedback forms once the results are out. So you can fill them and we can apply for the accreditation of this course with the Royal College so that next time when you book for the course, you book like for the other students, this video is, you can book it through the Royal College Edinburgh website for this course. So it becomes more authentic. You get a certificate in the end, you get CPD hours as well. So that's the importance for this testimonial video and also the feedback forms that I'll be sharing. Okay, so Dr. Rashmi and Dr. Satvik, all the best for your September diet. And Dr. Harsha, Dr. Tanushri, all the best for your result. We'll do another call once the results are out, and I'm sure you guys would have done like a great job. And I'll see you on the other side of the exam. Chalo, thank you so much. I'll catch up with you guys later on. I'm always active on the phone, on my WhatsApp. Once the results are out, I'm going to help Dr. Harsha and Dr. Tanushree with your Part B exam as well, how to book the center and what materials to study from. Okay, so that's it for now. Good night.